Right.
Yeah, so I was speaking to like James the other day.
Yeah.
He's just, the guy's chatting some shit about being overwhelmed and whatnot, and I'm like, why did you start a 4 Pillars network then?
He always talks about being overwhelmed though.
Yeah, he's always bitching. That's the problem.
He doesn't like work.
Bitching.
No work ethic in it.
Exactly. Kids nowadays.
He's a freaking zoomer, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
He's a zoomer, and he's always like, he's got good ideas, and then he gets us to put in the work. Us, Tyler, Ethan, even Gerg.
He's basically just riding the coattails of us.
Right, exactly. And somehow he reaps
act.
all the... Yeah, frick that guy. But somehow he reaps all the rewards, and we're putting in all the work. He rides coattails, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's the right size for it as well.
Every fucking day he's tweeting about is like, I'm working on a new project,
Always
guys.
working on a new project. Have you ever noticed that he works on projects for like a month and a half, and it comes out and it's 20 minutes long? Ridiculous, isn't it?
The it's not worth the amount of effort he puts
right,
into
exactly. And now he's forced Elva into basically pimping us out on Twitch.
Exactly. I bet Elva was just like,
you can see the
what,
pain in her eyes.
Yeah, she doesn't want to do it.
No,
she doesn't want
tell.
to do it. And it probably feels even worse knowing that we're the better streamer as well on Twitch.
Yeah, like I think it started as an idea to like get the work off his shoulders.
Yeah.
And then at some point he's noticed, oh no, like everybody else makes good content. I'm the weak link.
Yeah.
What happens when they realise?
Got to quickly bring this in before everybody notices.
Right, exactly. That's it, isn't it?
Yeah,
get them out of the limelight. So probably make a lasers network or something.
Something like that.
Yeah, and then get other people in, and same problem, innit? That's
same problem. It'll just be a cycle.
Exactly. It's problem when you don't do your own work.
Fucking useless, talentless
guy.
Bitch. Anyway, should we just get the show started?
Yeah, man. Let's do it. Let's.
All right.
We're recording, yeah.
Yeah, we're recording.
Yeah, sick. All right, cool. All
right.
All right.
What's happening, everybody, and welcome back to Streamcast. I just hit my mic there, the best place on the internet where you can watch the latest and greatest streaming stuff with you guys. I'm one of your hosts, Eddie, along with my bro, the inverted gamer himself, Sheps. How's it going, bro?
It's going really good. It's going good. I enjoyed this episode.
Yes.
Not a lot happens. We were talking about this earlier.
Yeah.
Not a lot happens, but I really liked it.
There's like key bits where you're like, oh, this is really good.
Yeah.
This is proper like what we were tuning in for Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
But then when you sit back and you're like, so really like 3 things happened in this.
There's like 3 things, and 2 of them for me are like 12-second scenes with both Carly and Cap, the new Cap.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not calling him Cap. The fucking douchebag.
I call him Cap because it annoys everybody.
Yeah, I did it. I was like, it'll be funny, and like it'll wind up Tyler, because obviously we know what Tyler's watching.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
but I can't do it, man. But it was like a 12-second scene with him and a 12-second scene with Carly was half of it.
Yeah.
Also, Zemo is a highlight.
Yeah.
What happened? When did Zemo get that cool?
Yeah, he was, don't get me wrong, he was
a great
very
villain.
Sinister in the last one, but like, oh, he's great.
Yeah.
But I was like, they wasted Zemo. Zemo is a classic character from the comics. They just threw him in jail.
Right.
So okay. But then he comes back, he's like, all right, there's something here.
It turns out Zemo big pimping.
Yeah. Just like, have you seen my jacket? Have you seen my jacket?
The thing that I wasn't expecting, because we've seen in was it the Avengers movie? What was that? Saying beep. It's okay. We saw in, I forget which Avengers it was. Was that Civil War?
Yeah, Civil War.
Where, like, one-on-one,
yeah,
the dude's pretty potent, right? But you forget that he's functionally, for all intents and purposes, both like a Hydra Spec Ops guy and intel officer, like Hydra CIA type guy, right?
Yeah.
Just like the quick summary. Which means if he's got a boogie, he can get down with guys like Falcon. And you do forget that. You do forget that because he's like the villain who has the book, and he just gets the Winter Soldier to do all his dirty work, right?
Yeah.
And you forget that Zemo knows
he can get down and boogie, just like he did in that scene in the nightclub scene where he was boogieing like that. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, Zemo got the moves.
He got the moves. He got boogie anytime.
Right.
A couple things I want to bring up.
Yeah.
One regarding Zemo.
Yeah.
God, this is one of the reasons why I hate TikTok.
Yeah.
So I think it was Sean and a couple other guys in our Discord came up to me after the last episode and is like, after they said at the end of the thing, it's like, we need to get Zemo.
Yeah.
They were like, TikTok apparently went mad theorizing who Zemo could be.
What? What?
And it's like,
It's Zemo. What do you mean it went mad? What do you mean? What does that mean? Now I feel like a boomer. What does that mean?
They were theorizing who Zemo could be. It's like, oh my god, could it be this character? Could it be Red Skull coming back? Could it be this? Could it be that?
Imagine it.
We saw Zemo.
We know Zemo. He was literally the villain of an Avengers movie, of one of the largest franchises, largest and most well-loved movies. There's only one bigger bad, and that was Thanos. It was like you had three big bads. You had Thanos, Loki, and Zemo. That was it. Those were the three. Those were the three.
And then I'm just like,
what? Wait, what?
As even Sean was like, I can't believe I'm seeing this shit.
Imagine there's like a movie and they're like, oh yeah, we're casting like Henry Cavill or Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
Who can it be?
Oh my god,
who can they be casting?
Who are they gonna play? Oh my god.
Apparently Henry Cavill's gonna play Geralt of Rivia. Who's gonna play Geralt of Rivia? What?
It's like you see Superman 1, and then when it comes to Superman 2, oh my god, who's gonna play Superman?
Right,
oh my
right.
god, who is it? We don't know.
Right.
You mean the guy they had before? And they even showed him in the very next scene in the last
you
episode.
see him in the cell.
They're like, let's get Zemo, and then they show him. They're like,
read it, and the book's on the side as well. You see him. He's got. Also, why do you leave him? He has
just lying around.
Does he have the book?
I don't know if it's that book. He says he reads Machiavelli later in this episode.
Okay, maybe
I can't remember fully, but I just love
how
stupid some people are. And it was like, ooh, who's Zemo gonna be? Oh,
that's
God.
crazy to me.
And then the other thing was apparently probably these same idiots are going mad about the fact that Captain America, the new Captain America, is who he is, and people hate him and are sending him actual death threats in real life.
Okay, I really do want to address something, which is...
And it's all Tyler.
It's all Tyler. It's all Tyler. Listen here. Hey, man.
Hey. You nailed it.
If you hate a character, that means the actor did an incredible job. Unless it's Captain Marvel.
Yeah,
because that's supposed to be a hero. And when The Last of Us 2 came out, Laura Bailey, who voices Abby in the game, got like actual death threats. Laura Bailey, also, by the way, one of the most talented actresses out there. Both her and Ashley Johnson, who voices Ellie.
Yeah.
Like, Laura Bailey, anything you've watched that's animated, anything you've watched has Laura Bailey. All of it has Laura Bailey in it. I was going to say,
those people that were mad, they probably don't even realize how much Laura Bailey they've consumed.
Oh my God. So much.
Yeah.
Like, anything you've watched that's animated, probably your favorite character in every single one, if it's female, was voiced by Laura Bailey. And probably some of the kids. I think she voiced Trunks in Dragon Ball Z, for anybody that cares, the kid Trunks. So there you go, right?
There you go.
Laura Bailey. Don't miss any actors' death threats for their villains. Like, great villains.
Dumb.
Also, what's really dumb to me is, what is his name? Christoph Waltz, who played the Jew hunter in Inglourious Bastards. Incredible villain.
Fucking scary villain.
He was so good.
Yeah.
That's a bingo.
Yeah.
Oh, mate, he's so good. That movie's the best kind of trash. It's like Pacific Rim, but for like historical fictions. Like, good villains are really important. Like, really important. Really, really important.
Yeah,
I can't.
But do you want to know something?
You're supposed to hate this cat.
You're supposed to hate him, but do you want to know something else? Up to now, I mean, in this one, I'd get hating him just a little bit more. But up to now, I wasn't like, oh my god, I want to strangle this guy. I hate this guy. I didn't feel it, right? I was like, this guy's not Cap, but I'm not falling for it. I'm just gonna stay in the background right now. But there are way worse characters that people have hated in the past, like Joffrey, for example.
Oh, right.
That was a properly...
He was very hateable. That was a great role. And he played it brilliantly.
I can kind of almost see it, even though, again, not excusable to send death threats to people. Because
not the actor. I wanted to choke Joffrey
out. I wanted to grab him,
yeah, but the actor was incredible, yeah.
But I don't get the feeling to do it to this Cap, even though he is a douchebag. But I just see him as a douchebag.
I hate his guts. I hate his guts. And he's so good at doing it. He's so... I think... his character's been done really well, which was at the beginning you're not sure. I immediately was like, this guy's not a plant, but like he's too perfect, and that's exactly what Cap is not. Right? The only thing Cap has, Steve Rogers has, is like this perfect sense of right and wrong and morality and justice. He knows what's right, and he'll do it no matter what. Otherwise, he was exactly the wrong candidate, right? He not physical, not good looking. I mean, it was still Chris Evans, but you know what I mean? Like small guy, weedy, everything other than his sense of like justice and morality and like caring about people. Everything else was wrong, and that's why he got it, because I forget the guy's name, but he says like it amplifies what's there, right? So it amplifies the good in Steve. And this guy immediately, I'm like, he's a jock, you know. He's the high school bully in the teen movies, right?
Exactly. Who what was the guy's name? The German scientist's name that picked Roger in the first place?
I forget his name.
His name. He didn't pick the jock guy.
Yeah.
The guy that he could have picked, that was being pushed towards to pick him for that exact reason.
Right.
Exactly.
So for that reason, I was like, okay, this guy is definitely not Steve Rogers, not the right replacement. And going and looking at that, I'm like, I don't buy it. I see this, I see this, I see this. But you are supposed to, the first time we see him, you're supposed to be like, huh, okay.
Yeah. And
then the second time, you're like, okay. If you didn't get it by the cop car scene, like you don't get it. But now you're supposed to be like, okay, this guy isn't it.
Do you know what? You've convinced me. I'm going to send him death threats. As soon as
what's his Twitter?
I'm going to tweet. Let's tweet him now. Tweet him now, guys. Everybody, get on Twitter now at this moment. You can retweet me as well. You probably go look in my feed as well. It's right there.
Yeah.
We're sending him death threats. I hope you die, okay, for playing this character so well.
Yeah. The internet's a very weird place.
It is very weird.
I love most of it.
Yeah.
I do love most of it. I love what it does with Falcon sometimes.
Yeah, I was going to say...
Referring to my notes here.
Your notes. Your comprehensive notes.
Comprehensive notes.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, this was very easy to find. This is very easy to find.
I was going to say, I thought, that's a very specific... Oh, right there.
Right there.
Okay.
It's right there.
All right, there we go.
And it was also a safe for work search, which I was thinking I'm going to have to go Rule 34 on this, but no, I found what I was looking for.
Let's flex the muscles.
Right, exactly.
Oh, it's there. Okay.
All right, yeah.
All right. Anyway, bro.
Yes, this show,
yes,
along with all of our content, across both of our channels, and we're now on Twitch as well, powered by the incredible Super Bros over on patreon.com/conversations. Who do we have to thank?
We have Diogo Dildo, Isak the Ultimate Cumsock, Carol Rivia, aka Catsper the Friendly Patron, Record Friction, Dan the Man, Martin Scorsese's, Jeremy Renner, that's right, an official Avenger. Can't forget Jeremy Renner.
You just did it twice.
Twice.
You just did it twice.
I can't, but I can. Martin Scorsese's Master H. Barts 12, the Midget Aloy from Smallville Sabine, the former freeloader Christian, Master Chief himself, Albus Scory, Super Sus Ben Fry, who is a clone of Eddie and building a PC that almost looks like R1 actually. The Star Wars Encyclopedia, Adam Sunling, Raj Vanderlin, he's got a plan, guys. You just got to follow him on one last job. And the filthy FIFA fanatic, Joe McCormack. Thank you guys so much for keeping the lights and mics on and the gaming going here at
streaming going here.
Streamcast. And the gaming as well. But, this time we'll say streaming, all right? Let's get technical.
That's right. While we're on our shill stuff, we have a Discord that we linked in the description below. It's far, far superior to the Four Pillars Discord. It's cool. It's a cool, chill place. YouTube.com/conversations and conversations, and we're on twitch.tv/conversations.
Yes.
We need to get up.
Which we're doing fucking sick over there. I do love the alerts and stuff we've got.
First of all, the alerts are hilarious.
Yesterday got a little bit jump scary, and I almost lost the keyboard to one of them.
Yeah.
Adriana spilling a drink, but there we go.
The Twitch has been really good fun.
Yeah,
it's really good fun. That's all of our stuff to pimp. Oh, frick, we've got merch and all that. Whatever.
Yeah, all the links are in the description. If you want to support us in any way you can, but no pressure. We love you regardless.
We do.
Okay, bro.
Yeah, it's been 25 minutes of just bullshitting. Should we talk about the show?
Let's talk about the show, shall we? Okay, so we start off with an advert.
I was triggered.
Yeah, it was pretty...
This is full suit. This is full suit.
This is poor propaganda shit. It's just like, but we're here to help you.
Here to help you.
Guys.
For repatriate. It's the Global Repatriation
Council.
Yeah,
the GRC. I was like,
the GRC for you.
This is, so great.
These are the villains. And I called it, it's frickin' Hydra.
He's still clinging on. It's like, this is Hydra, guys. I've got it.
I'm telling you, the Hydra name drop has been like, there's 7 of them so far at least.
This is the thing, I could believe that there's something nefarious going on with the global and maybe Hydra's involved somehow. But all the Hydra references up until now have just been talking about their past experiences.
All their past and the fact that they're completely disbanded.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's great. Anyway, the GRC Council supposed to help restore all the lives of the people that got fucked up during the blip.
Yeah, everybody coming back,
snap
basically.
and whatnot.
Yeah.
And the way they pitch it, they're like, oh, all you need to do is come to us and then we just completely rectify everything that went wrong.
Yeah.
As if that's how it works.
It's kind of like, I don't know a better word for it than like refugee camps or concentration camps almost, but not in a genocide
to, like, beat
way.
them or kill them. Or it's just, you come here, we're going to sort everything out for you.
Come to us, we'll fix everything. And throughout this show, we're learning that it ain't that simple, and all that's really happening is everybody that got snapped away is now in refugee camps, and it is not great.
Not great. The new Cap in the next scene comes to that internet cafe where the flag smashers were being held, where they were having like a free place to stay.
Yeah, the guy who kept mentioning his wife loves her.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, my wife made the finest chicken livers for you.
Yeah, chicken livers and raw snails or something.
Exactly.
Whatever it is.
I'll eat some later.
Yeah, would you like some moss?
So I just ate. You know what? I just ate a cat. I'm just gonna head over and have it later. Don't worry about it.
Cat, you like cat? We've got furballs.
We've got
furballs. Deep fried furballs.
And he comes smashing in with the SWAT team as well, and his side man, little guy on the side, Harris, whatever his name is, and he starts questioning the main guy. He's like, "What's going on?" But the guy's speaking in another language, and he gets his mate to translate for him. Like, you know where he is. What's the girl's name? Is it
Carly?
Carly, that's it. It's like, we're looking for Carly.
I was about to say Carly Morenstein. Why is that in my head? It's Harley Morenstein from the Epic Mealtime guy.
Epic Mealtime guy. Yeah. It's like, where is this Carly? She's like, well, we know you helped out. We know she went through here. Tell us what you know. Yeah. And the guy's just like, I'm not telling you anything.
I don't know anything, yeah.
And when he goes, and then eventually he sort of like gets up to him and he gets up in his face and he's like, you can tell us what you know right now, or we're going to have to arrest the shit out of you right now. We're going to arrest all of you guys right here.
I feel like you may be ad-libbing this line.
Ad-libbing a little bit. Yeah. But in the end, the guy speaks English to him.
Well, he spits in his face as well.
And he says, I'm not going to help you. I know who you are, and I'm not going to help you.
He says he does say a couple of things, actually, just before. He says things like, ever since either the snap or something, either you or America has like really overstepped.
Yeah, like you've become brutes, I think he says.
Yeah, you become brutes. Basically, we get the impression that in the wake of everything and having, it seems like the biggest concentration of superhumans, that, and with sword and shield and all that stuff, America's just kind of gone, okay, we are going to do the world police thing.
Yeah.
And our way is the way. Because Captain America is doing civilian operations, right? He's not going up against Hydra. This isn't like a black ops thing in some war zone. Yeah, this is in the middle of Munich. Yeah, and he's assaulting an internet cafe,
a random little shop on the corner,
and he isn't working, importantly, with like Interpol, or whatever would be the Marvel equivalent. He just turns up with German SWAT or something.
Which is freaking hilarious, where it's like, okay, Cap, you must sign these Soviet Accords so that you never act alone and you always act under our supervision and our say-so. Right. The new Cap, now you can go wherever you want.
Right, exactly.
Fine.
It's all good.
The US government will say it and then that's it. Good enough.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all gravy, baby.
See what I'm saying?
So the
it's
guy's
just all about control, really, isn't it?
Absolutely. And also, one of the reasons I feel like the Avengers and Cap and all that stuff had signed the Sokovia Accords is they weren't towing the line. But because Cap does what he's told, or maybe not exactly what he's told, but he gets what he's told done. Yeah. They're cool with it. They don't care. They're any mess that he makes, they'll clean up.
Exactly.
So this dude,
he spits in his face. And at this next moment, he pushes up against the wall. Cap pushes him up, the new Cap, pushes him up against the wall. And I swear to God, I thought he was going to ride out and just punch his face in.
Yeah.
I was like,
it looked bad.
Oh, he's going full villain.
It looked bad.
But he didn't. And then he leaves.
Do you know who I am?
Yeah.
This is not Cap. This John Walker guy can frick off.
Yeah. He walks in as well. He says, "I'm John Walker. I'm here for something." But yeah, he's a bit of an arsehole.
Yeah.
Next, we go and we see Bucky visiting Zemo.
Yeah.
And he starts to, and Zemo...
Mate, I saw this coming a mile away. I'm like, you Bucky, you're going to go in the room with the guy that literally knows your cheat codes.
Yeah.
Complete, like, no, don't do this. And immediately he's like, in Russian, he's like, rusted, 16.
Yeah.
They're like, no.
I was like, no, it's going to happen again.
Although, Bucky's like, nope, that guy's dead. And I was like...
Don't work on me no more.
That's, in fairness, I think that people are going to overlook this scene a lot.
Yeah.
That's massive. The fact that Bucky actually really is in control of himself because he
Yeah.
went through the best part of 100 years of like the tippity top brainwashing,
Yeah.
like it's almost alien technology in a sense, right? It's that far advanced, and like his mind literally gets wiped over and over again.
Yeah.
And then he goes into stasis and comes back out, and it all happens again, and he's in control now.
Yeah.
So the guy can say like the codes.
Doesn't do anything to him.
When Soldier's dead,
Yeah.
which is also great. Is it foreshadowing or like, you know, because he says like the Winter Soldier's dead here,
Yeah.
and later on
Winter Soldier has to come back.
right, but I just setting it up. It sets it
Yeah.
up is what it is. Yeah, I just love the idea that he is him.
Yeah.
Those days are over.
They have a little conversation, and based on what Bucky's doing, coming here to see Zemo and everything that he's saying, Zemo deduces that he needs him to find other Hydra people. He needs a lead because he's desperate. Zemo, luckily, I know exactly where to begin.
Yeah,
And they go, oh shit, well, I can't do anything while I'm in here.
right.
So Bucky then goes outside. He goes to meet with Sam.
He and Sam meet at like some secret
Garage?
garage.
Yeah, it's strange.
I actually have it in my notes. Bucky and Sam go to some secret place. Bucky wants to break Zemo out. What the frick?
Yeah.
And two, why do these guys always have these secret places? And why does he have this secret place? Why does Bucky have the secret place in Munich?
Right.
Was what I have in my notes. Because
It
why would
seems
he?
so strange. He's no longer a Winter Soldier and stuff like that. Why would he
Right.
still have this place?
Exactly. It's like a safe house or like a hide hole or
For like
whatever it's
Hydra
called, a
agents
bolt
or
hole,
something
yeah.
like that. And Bucky lays out a hypothetical plan to break out
Yeah,
Zemo. It's like,
two prisoners are going to fight. Why would they fight? Well, I don't know. These things happen. And
happen.
And then you see like the way he would do it is he'd give a note saying the guy across from you is going to kill you tonight.
Exactly.
So those guys fight. And it's like when they fight, the prison states that they must have 4 guards for every one dude or whatever fighting.
Yeah, and there's only 20 guards. Eventually, if the
Right.
whole prison starts rioting, then it overruns them.
Exactly.
And they could easily slip
In
out.
the meantime, like if a door's left open, then he can go out here and then
You see him using a card. He grabs a guard and takes his outfit and whatnot. You're like, hypothetically, this sounds like a plan that could work.
I mean, there's a lot of moving parts here, Bucky. It's, even for a hypothetical, it's a bit
exactly. And Bucky, come on, this is crazy. This is Zemo we're talking about. You can't break out Zemo.
No.
And then 2 seconds later,
Zemo walks in. Halfway through the thing, I'm like, this is really specific, Buck. This is really specific.
Is this?
I like the Winter Soldier enough to not ask questions about how he organized this entire breakout without Sam knowing before he got there. And before Zemo agreed to it.
Yeah.
Because he must have had to do that.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he just organized a prison riot. Zemo's like, no, I actually like it in my cell. I don't like it outside.
See you later.
Netflix is great. The new season of Lucifer's coming out soon.
Lucifer's coming soon, guys.
Right.
And he goes, okay. And then he sees, oh my God, like Zemo, what the hell are you doing here? And he manages to calm him down. He's like, we need him. We're absolutely desperate. We have no leads. We need him.
I would have liked one thing from Sam, because Sam's pretty tolerant of the fact that Zemo's out.
He lets down after very little coercion.
I would have liked very much a bit more of a serious Sam here.
Yeah.
To the point where he's like, Zemo just broke out of jail. You helped him. This is Zemo. I'm gonna kill Zemo and say we tracked him down. And like I would have liked him to do that. And then basically go and try and kill Zemo.
Right.
And then hear Bucky go like, no, this is the plan, we need it. Like for real, and talk him into it. Because one, Sam's an Avenger.
Yeah.
And like in the rankings, he's at least in the middle.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Falcon's in the, like, I hate to say it, but Hawkeye and
Don't disrespect Hawkeye.
Hawkeye
Don't
and Black
disrespect him.
Widow. I mean, I'd actually say Hawkeye's at the very bottom.
Okay.
Honestly, because Black Widow has all these like intelligence skills.
Yeah.
Falcon can fly.
Yeah.
Right? I'd like to see him be like, nah, this guy's like an Avengers level threat. I'm going to take him out.
Yeah.
And keep us safe because you're now connected to this Bucky.
Well,
that's my one thing. And then because also people forget, I think it's very easy to overlook the first 5 minutes of the first episode where he just murders like 20 dudes in helicopters. Sam's a fucking badass.
Yeah.
He's a real badass. So
this is the thing. A lot of people disconnect. They're just like, no, Sam wouldn't kill him. Sam wouldn't kill him. He would kill all these other guys. We wouldn't kill. Come on.
and forget the whole like killing or something, right? Let's say he
Yeah.
beats him up and takes him back.
Yeah.
I would have liked to have seen Sam be like, whoa, like Zemo's here, and then just go into.
It needed a bit more. Like it should have been an instant. You're a threat. We know who you are.
Right.
I'm going to attack. And then like Bucky's like, hold on.
Also, he doesn't know that the code words don't 100% work on Bucky.
True.
So now, this would be my thinking if I'm Sam. You see Zemo, you're in a room with Zemo and what used to be the Winter Soldier. That guy's got the codes to turn the Winter Soldier on. You got to take him out before he frickin' speaks.
Yeah.
He's not allowed to. That guy's not allowed to make any sounds. I would have liked to have seen him draw down and go to like
Rust.
right, rusty boom. Yeah. Oh, I'm just joking, Sam. I'm just joking.
kidding.
Yeah, it was a joke. It doesn't even work.
Anyway.
Sorry, yeah, it's just a minor thing. But I feel like this was a Bucky episode.
Yeah.
And I do love Bucky, and I'm actually invested.
There's going to be episodes where it's just one character, the other one. It's going to go back and forth.
I'm a little bit more invested in the Bucky story because I like redemption stories.
Yeah.
Especially like, in the last episode, Bucky's pissed at Sam for not taking the shield, not because he didn't take the shield, but that means Cap was wrong about Sam, which means he was wrong about Bucky.
Yeah.
So I'm invested in the Bucky story, but I want a Sam story as well.
Yeah.
And we got it in the first episode.
I think we'll get more of it.
I
Granted,
hope so.
there's only 3 more episodes left, but
I really feel like it needs to be at least 50-50 because they're both so good. It's such a great duo.
Yeah.
And I feel like Sam's being a little bit overlooked because he's not super, and we're looking at super soldiers, and I don't know.
I think they're putting Bucky first because in the end, Sam does need to get the shield back, and he does need to be things. So I think his crescendo is going to be at the end.
I really hope so because he's so good.
We'll see how that goes. Anyway,
for an episode that we said not much happens, we're going to make this really last.
We're going to fucking make it last, aren't we, guys? You probably seen it. It's 4 hours long. How do we do it? Zemo goes into this special garage place. Turns out it's his place.
It's his.
And he's got these vintage cars. He's got a gold fucking 50
Desert Eagle or something
in there. And he's got all of his equipment. And also he goes into one of the cars and he brings out like his coat.
Yeah.
And he's got his mask.
Yeah.
The Zemo mask.
It is sick. It's
cool,
very cool.
actually.
I thought it was very like...
It's like a balaclava, but it's like purple and it's got strap. It looks good.
It kind of reminds me of like The Mask.
Yeah. Because it's got that like imprint almost.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. I get what you mean.
I was thinking as well, like throughout this whole thing, how did no one take these... How has this stuff not been seized, you know? But I feel like it's actually pretty well set up in the next thing where they go to... Yeah, they do. The very next scene is the airstrip, right?
Yeah, they go to an airplane that's just waiting there, and he's like, "This is my airplane." And it's like,
no, wait,
hold on a sec.
Yeah,
Zemo, are you rich?
He's like, I'm a count, a baron. He's a baron.
Yeah,
right?
my family used to be royalty until you guys pulled it through the mud and won.
Right.
Like, oh, okay. Shit. All right.
But that's
I guess we've got that now.
That's the thing because presumably he's not like the last of the Zemo line, or whatever his last name is. I think it's Zemo something, but
yeah.
That would mean as long as he's like the head of the family, he can just use the stuff and they can't take it away from the family because it's only him that's the criminal or whatever, right? So that is cool that he still has this stuff. I love that he sees the mask and takes it as well.
Yeah.
Which is very like, not foreboding, but it's like he's down. Whatever he's about to do, like he's going full super soldier murder mode, you know.
He even says while he's picking up that thing, he says like, he went through a great deal to end the super soldier program with all the people that were frozen, everyone around Bucky, and he doesn't want to leave his job unfinished,
his work undone, right? Is a job unfinished or work undone? Either way, it's freaking.
I'm like, ooh, okay, he's gonna do it, guys.
If you haven't watched Civil War recently, is Civil War in it?
Civil War.
Yeah, if you haven't watched it recently, it's probably worth watching so that you can see. I think at some point Sam even mentions, it may have been as soon as he arrives, that this guy used you as a murder machine, blew up the UN to get like people to fight together. So this guy is a master at like manipulating people in situations. He's highly motivated. He has the resources. Like imagine evil Bruce Wayne or Lex Luthor, right? Like that's kind of who you're dealing with here, right?
I was going to say, his level of manipulation was probably the last bit of spark on the fuel that caused the Soviet Accords, because he dressed up as Bucky, played that bomb that killed King T'Challa. Not T'Challa, but T'Challa, his dad was. And then they were like, you know what, you guys, we can't have you guys doing this anymore. So you have to do this. And then, but Steve was like, no, we're not going to sign this. And then that split up and then created the whole fucking Civil War movie because he wanted to go after Bucky. All because they made Bucky look like a
Either
terrorist.
way, I think there's more to that story, which is that I suspect that Zemo had been planning this for a decent while. Yeah. And you say he's the spark, but I think he's also a good bit of the fuel. Like, he's the one that added the fuel and then threw the match, you know?
Yeah. So yeah, they get on the jet and they're going along and they're like, okay, we need to go meet someone. We need to meet. Sorry.
Most important bit: the fridge isn't as cold as it could be.
Oh, that is important. Yeah. Well, but the champagne's not going to taste just right.
Right.
And he goes and he tells the butler as well. He's like, in his language, he's like, if it doesn't pass the smell test, give it to these guys.
Right, yeah.
It's like, I'm not going to drink
it's
that
so
filth,
good.
Okay?
It's so good. I really like Zemo.
It sets up good character.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
It does.
So they're talking on the plane. They need to go to this fictional island of Madripoor.
Madripoor, yeah.
That where there's going to be a person there that they can meet and
he knows
information.
He says he knows a mid-level, a mid-level fence called
Selby,
yeah.
I think her name is, yeah. And that's where they need to go. And it's sort of like an old sort of like place where some Hydra people have been before.
Yeah, it's sort of like the bolt hole that everyone ran to, yeah.
Exactly. But they can't go in there as themselves.
Yeah.
They need to go in disguise.
Yeah.
And then they get there.
I love how his disguise is, I'm going as me and Bucky's going as him. You're going
as the smiling tiger.
Right.
It's like, what the hell? This guy doesn't even look like... He does look like me.
He does look like me. He does look like him.
He does look like me. They just got him and put glasses on him. But there you go, right there. Anyway, in between this scene, the ginger-haired girl, we have a touching scene where she's going to see somebody who's losing her life. She's her last moment.
Somebody's dying, yeah.
And it goes along, sees a kid, says, hi to
we
the
don't
kid
know if
on
it's
the
her
way.
mum, but we presume it's someone that she thinks is family.
I was going to say, I presumed mum, but they didn't say it specifically.
Yeah, and they don't, look alike.
No,
they're
she's not ginger.
She's not ginger. They don't have particularly similar features and build. The kid, who I don't know if it's supposed to be her brother, doesn't look a huge amount like her.
No,
it might be like an adopted family.
Could be. Whoever it is, it's someone important to her, but she's dying from something.
Tuberculosis,
we
I think.
Later on, they say, we don't know what's happening right now.
Right, yeah.
And she's really upset by that. They then get escorted by this car to the middle of their Madripoor.
So in Madripoor, they're all walking just across this bridge in the middle of the night. Luckily, there's no traffic.
I was going to say, did they lock off this bridge?
Yeah, no idea. But the little walk scene looks gangster.
They're like three guys, just like... One guy's got a sick
gangster.
pimping coat. The other one's
Zemo's
got his half arm out.
Oh my god! Okay, I've got to say,
one-armed leather jacket. I didn't think it would be cool. It looks cool.
He rips the leather jacket. It's because you have a vibranium arm on the other side, and it's in the black and gold, which is the color scheme for that arm, right? Oh my god, does it look good? And Sam's in this weird pimp suit.
It's just
I love
it. It's fun.
It is very fun, and I also love that Zemo dresses him down. He's like, "You made me dress like a pimp." He's like, "Come on, only a small-minded American would think like that." And you're like, I guess Zemo is worldly, but he's definitely fucking with Sam. He's definitely fucking with Sam. He's definitely.
Who could I make him? This is going to be funny.
Right.
This is going to be funny. Let me get this one down here.
Right.
Anyway, they walk across the bridge.
This
and
is
they
badass.
Get put into the car.
The car, they're just walking across this empty bridge, and a car just appears, just drives over, turns around, and they get in. It's,
no words.
It's sick. It's gangster.
It's very much like, we're all criminals. We know who you are. You know who we are. We've got an understanding. Business is going to be done.
That's the thing. So this isn't like street gangs.
No.
At the top levels, it's actually very polite.
Yeah.
They'll still murder you and your whole family.
And there's always tension. There's always respect.
If things go wrong, you get murdered, right? And then dissolved in a vat of acid or something fricked up, right?
Yeah.
But manners. Everybody wears suits. You get offered even when they're planning to kill you, they give you champagne or like fine whiskey or something. They enjoy it. You have your chit chat because it's part of the game you play.
Yeah,
and then you get murdered.
Exactly, and then you get murdered.
Right.
They get escorted into this like underground part, but then they come back out and it's sort of like almost like a club going on everywhere. It's a party town. There's like street food and stuff like that. It looks really cool there. Everyone's got guns. Everyone's got blades, and some of them holding guns in really weird ways. Like she's got like one woman had an M16 on her shoulder. And
by the way, I don't know if you noticed, but she's holding the trigger. Like
very bad trigger etiquette. You should not be doing that. Yeah, she's
just holding this thing, like just holding it up in the air.
Eventually, she's about, "Bap! Sorry, my bad. Sorry, guys."
Or maybe she's just there in case someone celebrates, and then she can light off a mag.
Pow.
Yeah, like, oh, she said yes. Yeah.
Any moment somebody could be proposing, so I've got to be ready.
Exactly. This looks like the perfect proposal spot, you know?
Anyway, they go through there, and then they're walking through over to a bar, and Zemo says something here that at first I was like, what is he trying to say? And I didn't get it, but I got it afterwards.
What, you mean where he says, like, are you ready to comply, Winter Soldier or something?
Get ready to comply, Winter Soldier.
Yeah. It's from the bridge.
Yes.
Because he says, just before they get into the car, we're all playing our parts or something like that. You need to stay in character or we die. Mm-hmm. And the character is, Sam's the smiling tiger. Yeah. He's Zemo. Mm-hmm. And Bucky is the Winter Soldier. You have to be those people until we're safely away from Madripoor. You're the Winter Soldier. You're the smiling tiger. I'm Zemo. And
I didn't get it that's what he was trying to do then.
Right, because anybody listening would be like, oh yeah, he brought his dog with him, you know, like the guard dog.
And he's a fucking guard dog as well.
He's the Winter Soldier.
Madness.
Yeah.
And I also like that everybody knows him as the guy who tamed the Winter Soldier as well. They're like, that's fucking cool.
It's sick.
So you go over to the bartender and they ask for some drinks and stuff like that. And they make Sam drink a shot of vodka with a teeny tiny piece of raw snake in it.
Yeah, which I feel like
a waste of snake.
Very much a waste of snake.
I was gonna say the whole snake that slice open.
Yeah, it's like one snake testicle or something.
Yeah, something like that, raw. Like a gland or whatever it is.
I also feel like snake is like chicken because people say, so like you have to cook snake, right? You wouldn't drink raw chicken.
Salmonella poisoning. That's the worst that you're gonna get from a snake, right?
Right.
Anyway, they take shots and Sam's just proper like.
I love his like
my favorite.
I love that Bucky gives him like a little. He doesn't actually do anything.
Yeah,
but he looks at Sam, and then looks back to being Winter Soldier. Like I think it's this little sign of respect, which is like one, you're fucked with, and two, like, cool, you're holding down your role. I'll hold down mine.
Yeah, we'll do this. We'll do this.
Yeah.
And then one of these other random thugs comes up and is like, you're not welcome here, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, we know what happened to you. And then Zemo...
His word from the top is you're not welcome here, right?
Yes.
And Zemo says, I have no business with the power broker. I actually paused it and was like, whoa! My chick's like, what? She's like, what? And I'm like, big name drop here.
Big name
drop.
That's
big. That's
broker.
Real big. That for a 6 episode show...
They're dropping some big names.
Like the power broker has been set up. Whatever is going on, like we don't know whatever's going on. Like this guy's the powerhouse player, right? By the way, it's whoever's running Captain America, 100%,
for sure,
which is Hydra. It's actually Zemo. Zemo's pretending not to be the power broker.
Yeah, that's it. We knew all along.
But he says like, I have no business with the power broker.
Yeah, but then he puts his hand on his shoulder, and then Zemo tells the Winter Soldier to attack, and Bucky's just like, I guess I need to be the Winter Soldier and attack. Grabs his hand, twists it over, and then gets into one of the coolest, most like nostalgic almost Winter Soldier fight scenes of just annihilating man after man with a vibranium arm.
It was very satisfying because I feel like up until this point Bucky's been very reserved.
Well, he's got his new rules, isn't it? 3 rules: he can't hurt someone.
Right. He's been very, very reserved. Like, for example, you know the fight on the trucks with the other super soldiers?
Yes.
Bucky would have fucked those guys up. Frick your headphones.
Yeah, that was going to be a headphone pop right there.
Bucky is, before he was a super soldier, could have probably tangoed with one.
Yeah.
He was the Winter Soldier for 100 years, roughly. And he's like he could have messed at least 3 of those guys up.
And he just sort of like let them hold him back. And then even when he was coming off of the truck, he was holding on rather than attacking anybody.
Exactly.
He was defensive play.
Exactly. And so here he kind of lets loose a little bit. He is trying to maintain the role. Like, if he doesn't do this, Sam dies.
Yeah.
In fairness, which I do love, because you should have noticed this, when you're walking into a place where everybody's armed and your backup is Winter Soldier, you're about even Stevens.
Even Stevens is about that right there.
Which I love is, Bucky's no joke.
Yeah, he's no joke. After a few attacks... I
love Sam comes up.
So,
Are we good?
Are we good? And it's like, yeah. We're cool.
Yeah.
And the bartender guy goes, Selby, we'll see you now.
Oh, there is one thing, though.
Go ahead.
People are recording this.
Yeah, they're recording, so this is going to come back to bite him in the ass.
Definitely.
This is so bad.
Definitely.
And he goes, yeah, Selby will see you now. And all right, no problem. And then they go to meet this Selby character. And it's the evil British chick.
I feel like...
that we know much about.
Is she not the mum of... I forget their name. The 2 British villains from Fast and Furious.
Isn't she Hobbs and Shaw.
Not Hobbs and Shaw, but it's Shaw. It's the Shaw brothers.
Yeah.
Is she not their mum?
She's
got that vibe, but she just has short hair.
Vibe, yeah, and she's got the typical British accent as well, and she's very harsh and brash and whatnot. It could be. The hair threw me off, so maybe I didn't recognize her. I'm going to go back and look.
It probably isn't. I just got that vibe from her.
You're like every angry British woman who's in power.
Is the Shaw
clearly
matriarch. Yeah. Basically, they sort of come in.
Yeah.
She looks at everybody up and down. Mm-hmm. She says to Sam, like, you're taller than I heard.
Yeah.
I love how Sam's just like, yeah. Yeah, exactly.
I'm the smiling tiger, not the chattive tiger.
Absolutely. And then she's like, pretty much, what the frick are you doing here?
Yeah.
Basically.
And he asks some questions. He's like, I know the super soldier serum is out there. I've got this. I need this information. Who's been making this super soldier serum? What's happening? And she gives up some information.
Yeah, breadcrumbs, she says. Yeah.
So if you want the bakery, you need to do something for me. But in exchange, she offers the Winter Soldier.
Zemo says, for the info on who has the serum, I'll give you the Winter Soldier. You can have him.
And all of his little words as well. All of his little book.
Yeah. And the Winter Soldier that's quite the bargain.
Yeah.
That you give up some randoms for this.
A super soldier that you can control to your will.
That's super soldier who, before he was a super soldier, was doing special operations stuff against the Nazis and Hydra with Steve.
Yeah.
And then did Black Ops with Hydra as a super soldier. And you're a criminal?
Good bargain. Good bargain.
Yeah, how about that for a bodyguard?
And then randomly, Sam's phone starts ringing. It's like, what? This should have been airplane mode, bro. This should have been airplane mode.
Absolutely.
Pulls it out.
Also, why does this chick like answer it on loudspeaker? Like, no, it can wait. We're doing business.
This is a little bit more respectful. I should maybe
we're doing business. It's my main chick. Or actually, no, that might be my side chick. We can do.
We'll see that.
Yeah, like
pulls it out and it's like, hello, and starts having the conversation. Luckily, she doesn't say Sam, hi Sam, or anything like that. She's like, oh, we need to sort this business out, and she's very vague about it. So I'm like, this is good. This could all be like a drug deal or something. Yes, we got this.
What business? You know the business I'm talking about.
The biggest business that we got to deal with right now. Okay, good. I like it.
Yeah, it's going smooth. It's going smooth. Even the kids, you're like, well, look, this is a chick. She might have kids. There's
kids.
Yeah, there's nothing unusual about like gangsters or whatever
having family. Totally fine.
Doing business while they're at home.
And then it's like, okay, Sam, I got to call you back.
Who's
Sam? Kill them all. Yeah. And then just as she says that, shot from outside straight in the chest. She's been killed.
She gets straight up sniped.
By who?
Also, if you're a gangster, don't you put bulletproof glass? I'd put bulletproof glass on my windows.
I'd be a little bit more secure. Like my bunker, my area where I'm staying, maybe bulletproof windows.
Yeah.
Maybe. Anyway, she gets sniped. Winter Soldier takes out the other guards, and Sam takes out the other guards as well.
Don't forget, Sam's a freaking badass as well.
It's true.
Actually, this is kind of a power trio, to be honest.
Yeah.
They leave.
Yes.
And the lady, everyone
immediately gets a text saying, Selby is dead. Bounty of millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Millions of dollars.
Many monies. All the monies.
Immediately. Almost like her heart was
It's very
connected
John
to a
Wick.
phone.
It's very John Wick.
Yes.
She dies, and then everybody... Bzz, bzz, bzz.
Yeah.
Lots of money for the people that killed Selby.
And then shit just goes mad.
Yeah.
Bullets everywhere. And then those people get killed by...
Some unseen savior had whoosh.
Oh my god, it's Sharon Carter.
It's Agent Carter.
But not the Agent Carter you're thinking.
Yes, it's the different. It's Agent Carter Junior.
2.0 3.0. Anyway,
Well, also, I since when was she here? What happened to her? Like, I swear we just didn't hear any more from her, right?
exactly after the after Winter Soldier, I think it was.
Yeah.
After all the information got dumped on Shield, I think she kind of got burnt by some of her
right.
operations that she did, so she had to go into hiding. They said
They do kind of explain it, but I felt like there was that step between what happens after Winter Soldier and her actually getting burned that we didn't know.
She seemed like a side character. Seemed like a very like B or C level character.
Yeah.
Well, granted, she was Carter, a descendant of Peggy Carter.
Yeah.
But not much more than that.
There was always that weird, like, she kind of likes Steve.
Yeah.
Steve kind of likes her.
But she has to be a professional.
But she has to be a professional. Also, like, it's kind of like banging your grandma's boyfriend.
Yeah.
That's very...
And that's a scenario that's not happened before, but how do you act?
Right.
It's strange.
And although, here's a question for you. Steve goes back in time, right? Well, not... He stays back. You know how it works, right?
Yeah.
And he ends up with Peggy.
Yeah.
Is she his actual granddaughter?
Could be.
Right? Like, what happens there?
Blonde hair, come on, you know. It's
Right? That's why she never wanted to frick him.
It's like, don't, whatever you do. right. In 70 years.
Peggy's just like,
shit.
Peggy's like, Sharon!
He's going to be goddamn handsome. He's going to have a dick like a fire hose.
Whatever you do, and America's ass, whatever you do,
don't do it.
you're going to want to.
You can simp, but don't do any more than that.
Right. If he does a bikini trying on Twitch, you can watch.
No.
You can even sub.
But don't do any more than that.
Right.
Anyway, what happens next?
She takes him to like
her hideout area where she stays.
Her
but
hideout.
It's a museum /
She's
nightclub.
done pretty freaking well for herself in the last 5.5 years.
Yes.
Like damn well.
She's like collected all this like black market art and stuff like that. Bucky and Zemo give Sam a lesson that the stuff in museums not really
That's
real.
the fakes,
That's the fake stuff.
Most of it's.
This is all the real stuff because the real collectors that have the money are all on the black market, so they can buy this kind of stuff.
I
And
feel
Sam just like Googles one of the pages.
yeah,
like,
and checks it, and he's like, "That's the
shit.
yeah." He finds the thing. I feel like that. This is just me. But you know, a lot of like films and stuff, they tend to have like a military advisor or something like that, somebody that used to be special forces or something.
Yeah,
I feel like that might be a gem from one of those guys, and that could be 100% legit.
I think it could be. I think it could be. It makes sense because how much money are you going to possibly raise as a museum?
Right.
I mean, how much donations can you take
Right.
to possibly get millions of dollars worth of
How
art?
do you think maybe it's the museums fund themselves by selling their stuff?
Sell it to black market people, basically. They've got like these connections and they've not been caught yet.
Right. But look, it could be bullshit.
Yeah.
I choose to believe it because it's fun,
Yeah.
and it fits the narrative, but it's also totally believable.
Totally possible.
I just love the idea of it as well, and I love the idea that she has like Monet's and Da Vinci things. I don't know, it's the only two names I know.
The only two names of
But right,
those guys.
they're just there as well. This is the bit. This is the most unbelievable thing about this whole episode.
Go ahead.
She throws a party with all of her stuff there.
Yeah, so she goes and has a little conversation in the background, gives them some proper clothes and whatnot so they can get out of the ridiculous shit.
By the way,
before.
goddamn, Sam's in good shape.
Sam's in very
my
good shape.
God.
Sam, them guns, you know. That's what I'm saying.
If you grew out the afro,
Chest.
I'd be.
That's what you need, right?
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
you're totally down for
Right,
gay.
yeah.
They have a little conversation. They go, "We need some help and whatnot." And she says, "All right, I've got some like connections, but I don't believe in charity.
Right.
I only believe in deals." And Sam goes, "Okay, here's a deal. You help us out, and I'll get your name cleared in America, so you can go back."
You can come back.
Thinking that she really wants to go back, although she hasn't really said that she wants to go back at all.
She hasn't. I think.
But that's just where home is. You think maybe that's kind of what she wants.
We kind of assume that she would.
Yeah.
Basically, I think Sam assumes she would rather be home where like her family and stuff are, and not have to be looking over her shoulder, because as like a dark black market broker of stuff.
You would do.
You would be.
And then they throw this party, like you said, this unrealistic thing in the middle of a museum with all this priceless artifacts.
Now, in fairness,
there's a little bit of glass around it.
but that's probably bulletproof glass.
Okay.
Because she's protecting her money.
Yeah.
And the whole scene made far more believable by Zemo's dance moves. Oh my God. Yeah. I feel like...
I'm going to keep going.
I feel like he channeled his Tobey Maguire here.
Oh, yeah,
right?
Definitely.
Because he's wearing a turtleneck as well. Like,
yes.
This is very Spider-Man 2, right?
He was like going to the director, what's my inspiration?
Right,
and then he brought around Tobey Maguire's thing. Is like, this.
Right. I mean, he's... I mean, it's totally believable. I would assume the movies in wherever the frick he's from, Sokovia, are like 20 years behind, right?
Yeah, exactly. They only just
cool.
Like, Spider-Man 3, great.
Yeah, it just came out. And my favorite film growing up was Boogie Nights.
It's so good. Right? Oh, great. Anyway, they make this party, and during that party, she manages to find some information. She says, she's like, I found some information. We're looking for a guy called Wilfred Nagel.
Yeah, he's the guy that made the super soldier serum.
It seemed very quick.
It did, and
I've got the information, guys.
I wish, just for a little bit of realism, they would have set up that she was like speaking to some contacts, or that the guy that she knows would know is coming to the party and she has something to offer for this information.
I was going to say like a sit down, a meeting, a tense meeting or something like that, maybe.
I mean, yeah, if she said like, the guy that I know, if anybody knows it'll be this guy, he's actually coming tonight and he's wanted this thing from me, I'll trade it for this information. Yeah. Because you've promised you can get my name cleared, which I don't think Sam has the juice for that.
Yeah.
Not anymore. Or maybe he would have. I don't know, but I don't think he can do it. I think it's going to be more difficult than he thinks. But just if she'd have said, if anybody knows it's this guy, he's been wanting this thing from me, I'll make the deal happen and we'll get the info.
Yeah.
2 sentences and it would have been like, that explains why it's so quick, because the guy came, he wants, like, say that art piece that Sam was looking at, she's willing to trade it for the info. Boom, cool, done, we get the info that day.
I have a crazy unrealistic theory about this.
Let me hear it, because it's going to be 100% correct.
Unfortunately, I have to wait until the last bit for me to say it, because there's a last bit that happens that ties into it, makes me think about it. Anyway, that happens, they get the location of this Wilfred Nagel person, who apparently is making he's
the guy that made it.
The super soldier serum. And in the next bit, they go to a shipping yard with some containers, and they go, okay, this is the one. I'm going to stay out here and keep recon to make sure everything goes okay. You guys go in. And they go into it. It's empty. Are you sure this is the one? No, of course, it has to be there. It has to be there. They go all the way to the back, and Zemo pushes the back of it, and it's like a secret door.
Yeah, it's sick.
Awesome secret door. And then when they get in there, a whole laboratory. They'll pull out their gats. They're like, watching corner to corner. Go over there, and they see just this random guy.
This is one guy.
Pouring like blue liquids into other liquids.
Listening to music
right there.
I actually really like that, because instead of saying like, hey, or don't move, like the silence speaks way louder.
Yeah, it's one of those tension things.
Yeah,
it's
really
this
good.
Is serious right here.
It's really good.
And then they essentially shake up the scientist. They're like, tell us everything that you know. Shake down.
They interrogate
They shake him upwards. That's what they did. Did you not see, guys? You must have missed that bit.
I must have blinked.
I'm going to say they shake down just for your case, right? Not because I believe it's correct.
I appreciate it. Yeah.
They shake down the scientist and they get the information from him. Now, he sort of wants to make it a bargain, because he doesn't seem like he has a loyalty. He's
kind of a mercenary scientist.
Yeah, he's like, as long as you offer me a better deal, then I'll give you the information that you need. And the better deal is just not killing you.
Yeah, we won't blow your brains out.
Boom, next news. All right, I'll tell you. And he starts laying out the plan, and he explains that...
Also, Bucky's still the Winter Soldier at this point.
Exactly. Yeah. He knows him. He brings him around the corner. He's like, you recognize him, don't you? And he's like, looks down and whatnot. And he basically lays out the plan. And he goes... I used to work for the CIA, and they wanted me to isolate the super soldier serum found in a blood sample of an American test subject.
Yeah,
that was in a semi-stable traces of the serum.
Yeah,
wonder who that blood serum could be from.
Yeah, I hope Isaiah comes back. I would love to see just old black super soldier
Yeah.
just fucking go to town on some people. I
Exactly.
think that would be such a great way for this to end,
Yeah.
which is they go and ask him for help, and by the end he does turn up to like make sure there's no more super soldiers. Nothing. What happened to him can't happen again.
Sam actually doesn't become Captain America.
He becomes Captain America.
He becomes
Yes!
Captain America. Sam gets pushed to the side. He's like, I just want to work on my fishing boat with my family.
Right.
See you later. Isaiah. Yes, come on, Isaiah.
Look, maybe I'm alone here, but I really vibed with Isaiah. I thought
He was cool.
sick.
He was really
Yeah.
cool, and he has like a darkness to him. It's
Yes.
quite cool. Anyway, so they lay it out and they go, "Oh, but I made it better. I didn't want any sort of
None of the side effects. Yeah.
None of that whole machinery making you huge and
Yeah.
yoked and whatnot.
And none of
It's
them-
going to be subtle.
Doesn't he
It's
say
gonna
no
be-
Red Skull? I think he name drops the Red
I think
Skull.
he does. Yeah, he
I forget
does.
what he says, but he's like, you won't need all the machinery. You just take the serum.
And I think he was trying to lay down that you don't look different. You just
Yeah.
look the same, like the red flag
Right.
smashers
You,
and
you
whatnot.
don't go from little Steve to like Big Cap.
Exactly.
You just become super.
Which I don't know, man. I mean, I felt like that was a good aesthetic. I feel
Yeah.
like that's a good side of it. It's
But
like,
I feel like
do
if
know
you
what?
take-
I'm super strong and I look fucking sick. Yeah,
Yeah,
give me
definitely,
triceps in there,
definitely,
fam.
maybe, unless you look like Carly, but on Chris Evans' body.
Could you imagine? I mean that?
You know?
Yeah. Okay. Right.
So maybe
It's like,
not.
Hey, I'm just this innocent young-looking girl.
At
I was
6'6".
I've got those nice little freckles and one and stuff like that. And then I'm just like, Lou Ferrigno. Maybe. Okay.
I mean, hey, I could use another really obscure kink, right?
You know, you don't know until it happens.
Right.
You should have tried it and then see what stuck. You know?
Exactly.
Anyway, he lays it out there, and
He drops as well. He made 20 samples.
yes,
And we know there's 6 flag smashers.
yes,
Yeah.
and he goes. He was almost ready to get everything. Everything was almost done, but then he got turned to ash.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He
And
got
then
snapped.
5 years later, he came back, and the government obviously didn't care about
Yeah, he
him
got
anymore.
mothballed, yeah.
Everything was
Yeah.
all gone, but someone picked him up.
The power broker.
The power broker picked
Name
him
drop.
up. Another name drop. Picked him up to continue his research,
Yeah.
and that's what he's doing right here. And he asked him, "Do you have any super soldier serum here?" No.
While this is going on,
Yes.
because it's kind of a pretty calm interrogation,
Inside. So yeah, cool.
up top, Sharon has realized that the bounty has attracted a lot of attention, and somehow they found out where they are. I'm going to come out and say it. Mm-hmm. I think Sharon has the best fight
Yeah.
we've seen in a Marvel movie in a Marvel anything for a very long time.
It was quite fucking awesome.
Her stuff up there in the shipping container while they're down getting the information
Yeah.
is brilliant. I love how freaking brutal she is. I love how just down to get someone down she is, because she's now like a criminal in a sense, right? She isn't an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. or
Yeah.
whatever. She's a
And also, it shows a mind of a person, of an agent who is smart, because it's like, if I don't act the way that I'm acting right now,
Right.
I'm dead,
yeah.
or the mission's dead, or they're dead. I need to act lethally
Also,
right now.
these aren't cops. You know, these are mercenaries and criminals and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
you shouldn't feel bad that these guys get murked, right?
Exactly.
I dig how brutal it is. I also dig that she takes some hits. Like,
Yeah.
by the end of the thing, she's like cut up and bruised and stuff. Yeah, she looks. You know, she isn't just walking through these guys. She isn't a super
Realistic.
soldier herself.
It's good. It's good.
And like the fight, like it's pretty realistic in the sense that like this isn't like Black Widow taking out one of Thanos's henchmen, which I hated. I really didn't, because this guy soloed that girl.
Vision.
Yeah, she solos Vision,
Yeah.
and now Black Widow can take her out. It's weird, but Sharon never fights more than 3 guys at once, and the 3 that she fights, she comes from behind,
Yeah.
and like attacks them with a freaking iron pipe, you know, and just takes two out, and then she's using like Brazilian jiu-jitsu or something to use their force against them, because she's a small girl and they're big.
It was clearly very well thought out,
It was really
everything when
good.
it comes down to choreography and even just realism and stuff like that.
I do genuinely believe that is one of the best fights we've seen. It's
pretty
the best
damn
fight
awesome.
from the whole of the Disney shows so far.
The only other fight is Captain America versus Captain America. That's the only other good fight.
But I really appreciated it. I thought it was really good.
Yeah.
It was very satisfying.
And then while they're discussing stuff in the lab,
What to do with the scientist?
To do with
we
the
can't
science-
just leave him here.
Yeah, we can't just leave him here. Zemo goes round the back. He's obviously checking for
Yeah,
like a
yeah.
concealed
Oh, of course.
weapon.
Yeah,
Somewhere,
yeah.
picks out a gun like that, puts it behind his back, and just after they've got all the information from him, shoots him straight in the chest.
Didn't see that one coming.
What the hell did you do?
Yeah. There's no way the guy who's spent his whole life trying to kill super soldiers would have a problem with a guy that can make super soldiers, right?
No.
Didn't see that
He was
come-
just going to let him go.
I love how Sam's like, why did you do that? I'm freaking Zemo, blood.
It's like, oh my god, you haven't been paying attention, have you? Anyway, he gets him, and a few moments later, someone from outside, RPG from one of the top of the the containers, boom into the middle, blows the lab to pieces.
Yeah.
They all just like have to walk out of the wreckage.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Sharon does come inside to tell them it's like shit's gone
Oh,
down.
yeah, she does.
There are people out there. You guys need to leave right now. And then
The
they have
RPG
to like,
takes the
get out of
lab out, yeah.
Yeah, if they go through the rubble and stuff like that, and they come out.
Yeah.
There is a cool moment between Sam and Bucky.
I was just about to say,
Go on.
basically, well, I mean, you mentioned it, you take it.
I was gonna say they go, okay, like, all right, like we're gonna go out together, we're gonna cover each other. And do they say go left, or do they not say anything?
They don't. So what happens, because they address it in their argument, is Sam went left
Yeah.
or right or whatever.
Right, he went, yeah.
Sam went right, which means that Bucky needs to back him in that direction.
Yeah.
But Sam goes right and Bucky goes left.
Yeah.
And it's like it's never established which way to go.
No.
And also Bucky doesn't do like the wrong thing. He just doesn't do the thing Sam was expecting.
Yeah.
Because they haven't talked it over, and they don't forget, as of like a week ago, Sam works alone.
Yeah.
Right? They
And
never
they're not-
talked it over.
I was gonna say they're trained soldiers, but in different camps, different
Right.
things. Like American military practices, completely different to Russian, whatever the hell he was at with.
Like Bucky knows how to like get down, but they haven't worked together like
He's like,
this.
I went out first. You're supposed to follow me. You're supposed to go left. And it's like, in every action movie, you
Yeah.
follow the guy.
Right. Yeah. Also, I love that, because this is brilliant, right? What is one thing Bucky would never have watched? Action movies.
Exactly.
Because he's been on ice. He's never seen them. Right?
fucking
Like, he
hilarious.
knows they exist, but like, what's the Matrix? He doesn't know.
No.
You know, he wouldn't know about these movies because he doesn't do movies.
Exactly.
And by the time he comes out, he's this damaged dude. He's not watching war movies. Actually, he's not. Right? So I
He
love
doesn't want that PTSD moment to come back at it.
like, he's just not. He's into different stuff. He wants to go slow dancing in the 50s or whatever the frick. Like,
That's all he wants.
it's I really enjoyed it because
It was funny.
Because also, like, they're in danger, but he's still the Winter Soldier. Sam's still Falcon. They have Sharon. Like, it's going to be tough, but we've seen people in way worse scrapes get out, right?
Yeah.
So they
start to get surrounded by a few people. They let off a few
Right.
shots to try and defend
also
themselves.
Zemo disappeared. We don't know where he went.
Exactly. But then we see him. He goes
Yeah.
on top of a crate. You just see the bottom half of him. You can see his mask. He puts on the
He
mask.
puts on the mask.
And then from the top, he shoots a random pipe, which
Yes, he does.
apparently is filled with gas and takes one bullet to ignite. Apparently that's how gas pipes work, right?
That's
there.
definitely how gas works.
Exactly. And you'd have just that pipe coming out in the middle of a shipping container yard where things are moving around constantly for easily to get knocked and stuff like that.
Like, I could believe that's there.
I couldn't. I'm a safety expert, okay?
Well, because like we don't know where in the shipping area they are and stuff like that.
I was just like, convenient. It's right there for us.
But it is very convenient. It's also very convenient that he knows, because normally this is like the world over, anything gas, really bright colors all over it saying this is gas. This is just a thing.
It's just
He
blended in
shoots
with
a thing.
everything.
Imagine he shoots and it's just like sewage just starts.
Oh, that was
leaking out.
Oh, that's not what I thought it would be.
Damn.
Oh, now it just smells here.
Oh,
This is tough.
ugh.
He blows it up and manages to kill a few of the guys, distract a few of them, jumps down the container and gets the last two guys. Like, bang,
Saves the day.
smack, boom, boom, and then
Now-
goes back to them with his epic mask.
With
on.
the mask looks so good.
So good.
There is one thing.
Yes.
Did you notice anything about Bucky in this whole action scene?
No.
He doesn't kill anyone.
Ooh.
If you notice, go back and watch it. Everybody that he shoots, or like he throws a pipe into someone at one point.
Oh yeah, he throws
Yeah,
a pipe
very
and it goes through
Aquaman.
her shoulder.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But it goes to a shoulder.
True.
And he shoots people, and he shoots them in the arm or in the legs. Right? Which, for the record, that's a movie thing. Don't shoot people in the legs. Insanely
They will
dangerous.
probably still die.
They will
Don't do
probably
that.
still die. Still like lethal force, and legs are harder to hit. If you need to shoot someone, like shoot the person. Don't shoot their legs. But if you notice, he's shooting people like in their gun hand, or like he takes out an ankle or something.
Not to kill.
Right, it's to take them out of the fight. Like these people are, by the way, he's the super soldier, so he can do this.
Yeah.
They can't, they're no longer a threat, but no one's gonna die from this because you're not allowed to hurt.
Yeah.
Now, hurt is a very broad and general term. Hurt might mean no killing.
But I'm not going to let someone kill me.
Right.
And also, he's not playing the Winter Soldier role anymore.
Right,
he's
Bucky
Bucky
again.
Barnes
Yeah.
again. So that's a good eye. I didn't notice that.
Seriously, go back and just watch that
check
fight. Watch it. He never once, like, no one goes and dies. No one gets shot in the head. They all get shot in like the shoulder or the leg.
That's really cool. That's really cool. We then see Zemo goes off and he finds a car in one of the shipping containers. A very sweet looking car.
Yeah,
Beautiful looking
good
thing.
thing that it's there and
I would
running.
massage it. Yeah, it's working with the keys just in the ignition.
And a full tank of gas.
Full tank of gas. They get in there, and Sam's just immediately like, "You're going back to prison. We're taking you back now."
Right.
And it's like Bucky's like, "We need him.
We need him," and he's like, "We can argue about the details later or something." Yeah.
Bucky gets in the passenger seat. Sam jumps in the back. He says, "Like, are you gonna come with us as well, Sharon? We can get you back
She's
to America."
looking rough as well.
Yeah, she's
I mean,
like,
in fairness, she took out like 17. Well, like
True.
she took out like 7 guards.
been through a bit of crap
Mercs,
right here.
yeah.
And then goes, "Get me that pod, and then we'll talk again."
Yeah,
she
yeah.
goes around the corner by herself.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk home. It's fine.
Exactly.
I'll get an Uber.
Exactly. Yeah, there's an Uber around here somewhere, right? There's Uber X.
Madripoor Uber is booming.
Exactly. There's a helicopter Uber
Right,
somewhere.
right.
And then Sam gets down in the seat and he's like, "You're not going to move your seat up, are you?" He's like, "Nope." Call back to Civil War when he wouldn't move his seat up the other way around.
Yeah,
Very funny.
It's
line right
it's
there.
very good, and
Very
their relationship, for lack of a better word, is really paying off, man. It's a
You
highlight.
can say it. Their gay relationship. It's fine. We
Yeah,
know.
absolutely.
We
I
know
mean,
they're lovers.
Afterwards, that's what I'm looking up.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
And then we cut to the Flag Smashers.
Yeah, Carly. It's Carly and somebody else.
Yes.
And they're like waiting near a couple of motorbikes.
Yeah.
Looking in like observing guards through the mirrors.
Very much a stakeout of this GRC headquarters.
Distribution depot or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
It's a
it's
supply depot.
Exactly. They're sitting there and they're having a little conversation about like what their lives would have been like, what they wanted to be, and things like that.
I was really worried here. Actually, I was really, really worried that this was going to be it. Is saved by the end of the episode, but she's like, "Oh yeah, maybe I would. I always thought I was going to be a teacher, maybe teach drama or history or something like that."
Yeah.
But all this stuff happened, and we got to do it for like the kids and stuff like that. And it was very. I was like, "Frick, this is so heavy-handed." Like you've got the little mixed race girl in a show that's mentioning race a lot.
Yeah.
Very well, actually, but I feel like it's such a delicate topic. It'd be so easy to overstep or understep
it's
it.
very touchy, so you need to be careful.
So far, they've done. I would actually say perfectly.
Nailed it.
And I'm like, so okay, you've got the female freedom fighter lead. That's already like okay. Who's super soldier? Okay. Who's like mixed race? Okay. And she's doing it all for the kids and like no personal reward. Like she's basically an angel.
Yeah.
I was really worried it's gonna be super heavy handed.
But then after their little conversation, they go into
Later that night.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Later that night, they go into the distribution center. Distribution center, and they've got a bunch. I said that wrong. Distribution center.
There you go.
There we go. Third try. And a bunch of the other Flag Smashers are there. They've got their masks on. They're taking the food that has been stockpiled in this GRC distribution center.
We see as well, like I think it's her. She leaves a door, and you can see there's like all the guards in there, all tied up
and stuff like that. And she's like, "You've been sitting on 6 months worth of stockpile right
food,
here.
basically.
Everyone out here is dying. Everyone else is
Yeah.
starving out here, and you're sitting through there." And the guy is proper like, you
dirty flag smashers or something.
like
Yeah,
that.
that was actually the most heavy-handed thing.
Yeah.
Because her arc is saved, in my opinion, where they go, "Not that car. I'll get in the car with you," and then she waits.
Like, put your seatbelt on.
Yeah.
Put it on now. And just as I'm about to put the seatbelt on,
right,
the other car explodes right next to the distribution center, and the distribution center immediately catches fire. And the other guy's like, "There are people in there." And then she turns around and says, "This is what's going to happen.
Yeah.
This is the only thing they understand."
Yeah. Immediately saved her whole character for me.
Exactly.
Because
it's like, "Oh, she's great. We get it. Oh, she's
she was
too pure. Great.
at that motorbike scene. She is too pure. it doesn't really make sense why she would have gone through all of this, like, it's all for the kids and to save all the people that need saving, and like it's all like this like namby-pamby wishy-washy stuff.
Yeah.
Now she's getting stuff done.
Yeah.
And I actually believe her character now. At that motorbike scene, I was like, oh my god, I don't want to see more from you.
It's because a character like that, who's like a Mother Teresa type, who's like, I'm going to do everything I can, completely sacrifice everything I've got for these people who are less fortunate. I want to care for them
Even
all my time.
Steve isn't that good.
How then I would inject a super soldier serum into me, which is a big freaking deal that puts a lot of targets on me, on people around me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to get in some deep, messy stuff. That person doesn't line up.
Yeah.
But now we know that this person is down to do some eyebrow raising stuff.
Also, and here's the big deal: is people tend to follow really firm goals.
Yes.
Like the people that have really firm goals tend to be the people that lead. Yeah. Right. Before this, she's just a person that's super. Yeah. Right. Now, I don't know why 5 other super soldiers are going to follow this girl. Mm-hmm. We get the impression that they're really loyal to her, but we've never seen why they would be.
Yeah.
Right. Like, okay, they all agree like something should be done. Yeah. But they're super soldiers. Like, why don't they go off on their own and do what they think would be best?
Yeah.
Like, one guy just goes and gets killed for the cause. Like, that was very oof. But now, I'm like, okay, this chick has like a strong vision. They've been going away. It hasn't worked. And now she's deciding, okay, well, we're going to double down. The only message they understand is violence. We blow up the depot after we take the food, right?
Yeah.
Cool. This is a person. Now I can see that Carly has like a real strong goal and is really determined.
Yeah.
And to make the message get through, she'll resort to anything. She tried it one way, the way she wanted to do it, didn't work out. Now you got to start like dropping some bodies.
Yeah.
I actually like her now.
Yeah.
Before I was like, I'm not really sure. It feels like these are the same sort of people that would go to protests, but only when it's safe to go to a protest, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, these aren't the guys in like Hong Kong or whatever where they're getting maced. These are guys
not actually caring and not worrying about themselves. They're
right.
Like, well, I'll do it if it's safe, if it's okay.
Right. And now
we're wearing masks.
Yeah, exactly. Now I can see
compelling.
Much more.
In between here, just before we get to the last scene, there is a little bit where, and I forgot where it goes, but it's the new Captain America and his sidekick. They're not getting things done because they're by themselves and they're just chasing down dead ends, and there's nothing they can really do about it. And instead, the new Captain America, John Walker, he comes along and he says, "Well, let's then follow the cards that are winning the winning hands, i.e. Bucky and Sam," and indicating that he's not gonna. And also, his sidekick says, "So I guess what we're gonna do is not strictly on the books."
Yes.
And this Captain America does things that's not on the books. That's a way to get things like done properly because you need to go outside of the jurisdiction sometimes. But he's doing it nefariously for his own personal gain.
And
it's not great.
This is kind of he's special operations, right? From before.
I think he is, yeah.
It's much more that mindset of like get stuff done, and as long as you achieve results, they won't be. He even says like, as long as we get the job done, they're not going to be too fussed how we did it.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. And I feel like he's right.
Yeah.
You know, they won't be too fussed, and most messes, if the payoff is big enough, the mess can be cleared up.
However,
and so
he's the eye. He's everyone's.
He really
the
is.
Icon.
Yeah.
He can't fail.
But I feel like with all of what's backing him up, they can control the narrative. Right?
I guess so.
They can edit the footage and blah blah and push it out to the rest of the world. Like the 5 people that were there will know.
Yeah.
Right. But everybody else will see a very certain
hailing force against them, and there's nothing that they can do about it. Anyway, he says that. This is a little minor scene right there.
We get the impression they're going to follow Sam and Bucky all the way to the end and then take
the final kill.
Right, exactly. They're going to kill Steel. Yeah.
We did it, guys. Yeah. We did it right
And if
there.
they get used up, that's their fault.
Exactly.
Problem. Yeah.
And then we see the gang, as in Zemo, Sam, and Bucky, heading to their next lead.
Yep.
I don't know where they are, but it looks beautiful. I love the place.
Yeah, it's somewhere in
very like ancient cobbled Rome. Yeah, it looks like a Bulgaria type place. It looks really nice. Like anyway, and just as they're about to go in, Bucky's like, "You guys go on ahead. I'm gonna go for a little walk."
Yeah.
And then they go, "You sure? You okay?" He's like, "Yeah, everything's fine." They go inside.
Yeah.
And he notices a little ball bearing with some like etched
Yeah,
stuff
yeah.
right there. It's like, oh, what are these carvings? Takes it, goes around the corner, he sees something else.
Sees
he sees
another one
in the corner.
Yeah.
And immediately I knew who it was. I was like, I can tell you right now who it is, guys. And he goes around another corner. It's like, what does he say? He's like,
Is there? I think you dropped something.
I think you dropped something. And then pops around the corner.
Yep.
Says, I'm here for Zemos. It's Wakanda's on the tail, guys. Wakanda's back in the fray. I love it. It was actually quite cool.
It was cool. It was cool, and also it makes a lot of sense because that's the White Wolf to them.
Yes.
Right? This guy who lived in Wakanda for 2 years, presumably as a personal guest of T'Challa.
Yeah.
Because this is the guy that he thought killed his dad. Mm-hmm. And they fought a lot, you know?
Yeah.
And he's given peace for 2 years.
Yeah.
I guarantee he's as much Wakandan as he is American. I'd guarantee it.
Yeah.
I guarantee it.
I think they've accepted him nicely.
He is. I would say he's a dual citizen. He's like American and Wakandan. That's how he feels.
If they haven't accepted him and haven't given him like,
they absolutely have.
Then that's an injustice. But I believe they will.
They absolutely have, because you know when they need Bucky back, like they have his arm.
Yeah.
And that.
And also they gave it to him afterwards. They were like,
they give him his
arms.
yeah. And I get the impression that he asked them to keep the arm. And then when he needed it, they offered it to him.
Yeah.
You know, like, we have this thing you asked us to keep, and he takes the arm. Like, that's the important
I love this
step.
is like our fandom and our like love for these characters we're building this extra story in our minds that haven't been told anywhere.
Yeah.
But we love it because we think
Also,
that would be the way it would go.
I mean, if we're going to do it, I'll go the full bromance. I reckon if T'Challa was bored, who can he play with? Bucky, right? They can go for like the superhero runs or like have a fight if he's bored, right? Like
that'd be a cool little thing to throw.
It would be cool. Yeah, it would be cool. But like, who do you go to when you need to kill Zemo or need to get Zemo out of the picture? We go to the one guy you can absolutely trust.
Yeah.
Because it would have been Wakanda that helped him break the Winter Soldier stuff, because no one else could do it.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have been the American government. It would have absolutely been.
It would have been the guy from The Hobbit, the Lord of the Rings guy. That
guy
with his terrible accent.
Oh God! Just be British. Just be British.
No, I have to be American. Give me one chance. I promise.
Oh God!
Press that glass. Please.
Oh God!
Give me the opportunity.
Oh God! First of all, I think that was actually better than his. I'm not even joking. That was actually not that bad.
Oh God!
But his is oof.
Anyway, Wakanda's back, so that's a really interesting mix as well to add there.
I wonder if that's how they're gonna introduce the new Black Panther, because I know they're not. We know they're not recasting T'Challa. That would be a horrendous mistake.
I think they have to do it in their own movie to give it enough time and area to breathe.
So I'm not saying we'll see him, but or
and
them.
Also, I think they might have recorded this before, because I think this was supposed to be the first one that came out, and things got really delayed and shook up.
I'm not saying we'll see the Black Panther. Yeah. I'm saying that they're going to allude to the Black Panther, or they're going to allude to what's the sister's name? I want to say Cherry, but it's not. It's something.
I can't remember.
Sherry?
Her name.
I forget her name.
But the thing I'm thinking is that I don't think Chadwick Boseman was dead when they might have either made the story for this or recorded it, because everything got moved back and shaken up. We don't know the timeline.
That was pretty recent, wasn't it?
Yeah, so I think that.
Oh yeah. Maybe.
Then again, they can always shout. I know it's Marvel. They got the money to do this shit.
Or they could have done reshoots or something if they needed to.
Anyway, we'll see what happens with that.
Yeah.
But I do like that they've added Black Panther into it, and maybe that will be another African American sort of influence to Sam as well.
I love Black Panther. I'm such a big Black Panther fan. I hated the movie. It sucked so bad.
There were some bad moments in it.
Actually, that's not true. I love the movie, but it sucks.
Yeah.
I really like Black Panther. I'm a big Black Panther fan.
Anyway, that happens there, and that's the end of the episode.
I was hyped to see Wakanda back.
It was really cool. I was
it's so sick. Yes, it's so sick. Yes. My one big beef, she's bald. Where's the afro?
That's unfortunate, isn't it?
It was cool to see like Zemo being freed.
Yeah,
is much more important than one guy breaking out of prison. Right? It's not just America that wants him.
Yeah.
Right? It's the rest of the world, and I'm also hoping that somebody else, like we've seen that he has beef in the criminal underworld. We've seen that Cap, John Walker, has been sent against him.
Yeah.
Right? We know that Bucky needs him to get the real big bad. Mm-hmm. Who else is after him? Well, Wakanda.
Yeah.
That's a big one.
Big one.
Right? I really hope. There's only 3 more episodes.
There's a lot to pack in these last 3 episodes.
I feel like they've packed a lot in already, though, in a way that like WandaVision was allowed to develop. right? Because we didn't know what was going on. We didn't have like a clear end. We just didn't know. And it was a bit longer. And I feel like this one, we've been told roughly what the story is. There's super soldiers out there. You need to deal with them and figure out how they've been made.
Yeah.
Also, there's this Captain America figure, right? The story, we kind of know where it has to go. We had no idea with WandaVision.
Yeah.
We're halfway through.
Yeah.
We're halfway through. Now, look, there'll probably be a season 2. God, I hope there'll be a season 2.
Hope so.
But there's only 3 more episodes. There's only 3 more episodes.
Also, we need to not think, actually, when you say there might be a season 2, we need to not think of these as proper TV shows, because what they're really supposed to be is set up so they can get those characters in more movies or Avengers and stuff like that. So there might not be a season 2. They might do everything they need in this and then go into a movie or go into the next Avengers movie.
It could well be prep for a Falcon movie or an Avengers where he knows Bucky, right?
Yeah.
And it's important to know
Otherwise,
that
wasting
relationship.
time in a movie to build all those things up and whatnot, and to make it compelling would be hard.
Yeah, you take it to a 4-hour movie like Justice League to make Cyborg relevant.
Exactly. And also, they needed some content as well for the Disney Plus stuff, and this was a great way to do it, I think.
So far, these shows are brilliant. I gotta say it.
God damn it, Disney, you're doing everything right. Right, guys, thank you for joining us for that. Yes. Let's read out some comments that have been given on our Discord server. You guys can write in there just by clicking the link in the description. It's a great place to be.
Yeah.
Our first comment comes from Josh. He goes, seeing Zemo with his comic book mask was really cool.
It was sick.
I hope at some point that his character has an accident and scars his face, so he's wearing it constantly like the comics.
Ooh, yeah.
My theory for what's going to happen is that the Flag Smashers are going to carry on trying to do semi-peaceful protest things like in the episode, but Carly is going to cross the line, which is going to cause the rest of the Flag Smashers to turn on her. But this series is really good, and I'm really enjoying Sam and Bucky's dynamic. I forgot to mention my little theory.
Oh yeah.
Sharon leaves in like a car, like her car just pulls up sort of like around the corner, like
she's the power broker
right there. That's what I think.
Ooh,
possibly. It's a loose one because it means she turns bad.
Oh, I don't actually have a problem with that. Why would she entertain the pardon though?
That's the thing. I don't think she was pushing for it. Yeah. That's the thing. And she was like, "We'll talk when you got my pardon." But she was sort of flippant about it. She's like, "I'm gonna go over here and whatnot." Anyway, and also she didn't want to go into the lab.
Yeah.
So she would have been immediately identified by the guy.
Although she does though.
She does it in the end. It's
she
true.
doesn't know he's dead.
Exactly, it's true. It's another flawed thing. And one other thing, when she goes to get the name or the location of the thing, again, it's really just instant like that. Yeah. Like she already knew where it was.
Why would she help them? Though? That's the thing. Oh, because they're going after the Flag Smashers. Okay.
There's something there, but there's holes in it all over the place.
No, you heard it here first. Sharon Carter is the power broker.
I'm thinking.
It's been confirmed because you said it.
Or she works for the power broker.
You said it, and you said a lot of dumb shit in WandaVision, and it was all right. It was all correct.
Where's
our little cicada, though? That's the thing we need.
That's true. We need the cicada so we can get the Mephisto tie-in.
T says, Jesus, with his dissertation.
Eddie was right.
It was interesting seeing Walker get pissed and needing a translator to translate a foreign language. We got Zemo. We got that Zemo theme again. Oh, we got the Zemo theme again. Yeah. And that prison break was amazing. Love the relationship between the three of them. Actually, it is good.
It is good.
We see the Flag Smashers logo on the woman's necklace that was dying because of tuberculosis. Did we see that?
I didn't notice it, but
I did. That's some sharp eyes.
Shit.
Bucky's book is actually Steve's journal, which I didn't notice before. That's a nice touch. So Steve gave both of them something.
There was a scene that as well. I didn't notice it until they said it. I was like, oh.
There was a scene in the plane where somehow Zemo has the book and he opens it up.
He pickpocketed him somehow.
And he says, like, I get the list of all the people you hurt as the Winter Soldier, but who's Nakajima?
And he takes it
and says, if you ever touch us, like, basically, I'm going to snap your freaking neck. Yeah. We don't need you that bad.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize it was Steve's journal because it's now doubly important. Like Zemo, you don't touch any of Cap's stuff. You were one of the biggest negative forces in Cap's life, especially in the last years that Bucky knew him.
Yeah.
That's his. Don't touch it.
Yeah.
Also, you're the reason half this list exists.
Yeah.
So I didn't know that. That's very cool. I love that we're already getting Zemo memes. Yeah, the whole city bit was amazing. Sharon was a badass, and the interactions between all four of them was something I've been waiting for. Sharon was a badass, and look, I said it before. I think she genuinely had the best fight so far in the show.
Yeah,
and it's better than a lot of some of the Marvel movie fights, in my opinion. I really liked her stuff.
They're doing good.
Then we got to see a Wakandan tracking down Zemo. I can't tell if that was going to be our boy or not, but we got Ao instead of the bodyguard from Civil War. I can't tell if that was going to be our boy.
I think he means actually Black Panther.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Also, I love how the show has nice little references. Like the first episode, you get to see a picture of Steve holding a car door for Captain America. What? You get to see a picture of Steve holding a car door for Captain America.
What's it? Steve holding a car door for Captain America?
I think there might be a name switch.
Maybe something. There. Okay.
And in that movie, you can actually see a frame of the guy taking the picture. The bit near the end, Bucky not wanting to move his seat up like Sam didn't want to move. Yeah. Cool. It's a great little touch for the characters. Do you want to read Diogo Bros or shall I?
Yes, Diogo. He goes, Zemo brought in such a mood to the show. His energy was, the gif on the underneath was like, yeah, boy. His energy was just perfect. Sharon was great too, and I feel like she might be working with the power brokers. He's thinking,
yeah.
I think it either might be working
that totally makes sense,
or she is. But
working for makes sense.
I think working for, and then there's going to be a redemption afterwards. Like I had to do it because I was like stuck in a bad spot.
Yeah, she's a burned.
Exactly.
Intelligence officer, yeah.
Exactly. It makes more sense. She sniped that lady, and then Sharon had a sniper. Oh, yeah, we knew it was her.
Yeah.
Maybe, but not. But that would be interesting. I assumed it was her.
Yeah, I assumed
it was her that took the shot. Walker is just being an absolute cunt and taking advantage of the symbol of Cap. It started to make me hate him. Are you
you're only just starting, Diogo?
He's going to send death threats to him now. That's what's
you better.
Happen.
I mean,
exactly. Join
don't
us.
do that. Don't do that.
Love the mood and look of Madripoor.
Yeah. It felt very South Korea.
Yeah, it really did. Yeah. Felt like stepping into Final Fantasy VII. Oh, fucking weeb. War Market there. I wonder if we'll see the Power Broker in this show or it'll be set up in the future. I think we might see him.
I feel like he's the Power Broker. I said we'd have no idea. Is being set up to be a movie villain.
Yeah.
I'd
prefer never to see who it is and just keep it anonymous. Figure in the shadows, more menacing in my opinion.
Yeah.
The dude said there was no super soldier serum in the lab. Not that there was no super soldier serum.
Yeah, that's true.
Right, so,
although he says I made 20.
It's true. He did say, yeah. So,
but that might have been in that first batch.
Could be.
How many did you make? There's 7 of them. How many did you make?
All right, we'll just go back and interrogate him again. Oh no,
never mind.
Can't.
Yeah.
There we go. So I feel like Power Broker still has some, and maybe he'll make a deal with Walker. Oh, that might be a thing. Like he isn't super soldier yet. Maybe he will because.
Yeah.
John Walker's a fucking arsehole and a bad guy.
Like so the Power Broker wants an inside agent in...
That might happen.
Yeah, okay.
Really love this episode, and I wonder how the cliffhanger will change the team dynamic.
Yeah.
There we go. All right.
Alfie says... I'll take the next 2.
Go ahead.
Alfie says Zemo is such an underrated MCU villain. He's almost like a Bond or spy villain in a way. 100% agree. But 100% I wouldn't be surprised if John Walker and Zemo were working together in some way or another. I don't see that personally. I don't see that angle. Maybe I don't see that angle. I definitely see the Power Broker getting a way in with them with the super soldier serum.
Yeah.
Why do we have to say it the whole way? Let's just call it the serum.
Yeah, let's say the serum. I feel like I'm going to be the dickhead that continues to say super soldier serum because I'm an idiot.
You have to, it's like you have to, but it's a tongue twister.
Yeah.
Now I got a DM.
Yeah.
And a car 56.
Car 56, yeah.
Was very upset. He's like, my name is said like it's spelled. And I was like, yeah, car 56.
Yeah, that's what we say.
Right.
What's wrong with that?
Anyway, CAA 56 says, I actually quite like Zemo as a character now. Every time I see John Walker, I hate him even more. The prison break scene was amazing. I recall love the fact that I'm not sure. He loves the fact that Bucky's journal is actually Steve's from Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
Also, both of you know how to say my name now, so I wait in anticipation.
Thank you very much, Car 56.
Yeah, we appreciate you, Car 56.
We're exactly 56. Yeah, exactly. Thank you very much for that comment there.
Yeah.
The non-fucker Ben, we can say fucker because it's not our channel.
That's right.
Good episode, probably the weakest one so far, but still great. I liked it a bit more.
I liked it for the character development stuff.
Yeah.
And also Sharon had the best fight, by far the best fight.
I liked it because it gave us a little bit more information about the super soldier serum and things like that.
Oh yeah, the
where
super soldier
it came
serum.
from and stuff like that.
We're definitely not changing it to just the serum.
No, the super soldier serum.
Yeah, never mind. I feel like an idiot for even saying it now.
I'll say this too. I'm not a big fan of the direction they seem to be taking with Zemo. Really? Okay.
Why? He's definitely the villain.
And this is coming from someone who previously stated that Zemo is either top 3 or arguably the MCU's best villain so far.
That's funny. I literally said there are only 3 villains.
The thing that made Zemo, am I a joke to you, Ultron?
Yes.
The thing that made Zemo so interesting in Civil War is that he's simply a man who is grieving over the death of his family. This gave him so much depth and intrigue because beyond that goal, he saw no purpose for himself, which is why he tried killing himself after his work was complete. That's a good point, actually.
Yeah.
He doesn't have the same pain driving him in this series. Maybe they'll show it later on, but as of right now, he feels like just a rich version of Loki or something. It's not nearly as interesting as it was before. Regardless, he's leagues above Agatha Harkness. How dare you?
First of all,
good
it's
sir.
Ains Heartless.
Exactly. Ains Heartless.
How dare you? How dare
horrendous
you?
typo right there.
Ridiculous.
To respect our show right
Pay
here.
attention.
And it was Agatha all along. That's what we
It
know.
was Agatha all along,
Exactly.
and I think Zemo's he's very clearly not as happy as he's acting.
I was gonna say I get the deepness that he was talking about before, like he was doing it for his family and the constant listening to his voicemail of like his wife and whatnot.
I hope he does that again in the show. With just a little throwaway scene where he's on the phone, like, "Who are you calling?" No one.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, final comment from Spice.
Juice says, "Love the episode, on par with episode 2. The Shadow Broker stuff is very interesting, and I wouldn't be surprised if Sharon ends up being the Shadow Broker." Ooh.
Everyone, the power broker, but not Shadow Broker.
Yeah, that's right. He is the power broker. He said Shadow Broker. I just read off the teleprompter.
You just carried on reading. Yeah, exactly. Guys, come here for your hot exclusive theories.
Yeah, no one else knows about it.
No one else knows.
No one's had this idea.
All these guys heard me say it just now,
yes,
and then they put the comment in.
Right.
So it went.
Because this is live.
Exactly. We're live right now. We're in the chat. Right?
Totally live, yeah. We're in the chat. We're typing to you now as like right now I'm typing to you. So I also love the Madripoor as a location, and I hope we see a lot more of it. So
yes.
I have a spicy take, which is that this is the second or maybe best episode so far. No, second best episode. Number 2 is the best.
I was going to say second best for me as
second best as well. And it might piss people off, but I think Sharon's fight is way better than Sam's at the beginning. I like it more in a way, like, because it's more grounded.
Yeah.
And I think the highlight of Sam's fight is in the plane. Not all the, although he's a badass. You should know that he's a badass.
Yeah.
But I just dig her fight.
I like her fight, and it's on the same level as, like, in terms of veracity. It's not veracity. In terms of like how good it is, it's on the same level as the Winter Soldier fights, except it doesn't have the power because he has a metal vibranium arm with super soldier serum. But it's the same technique. It's all like really cool and really well shot, and you can tell that like, because she's not super, she's taking hits and she's getting damaged, but she's giving what needs to be done, and it's lethal. It's
also,
brutal.
she stabs a dude in the spine, just straight up stabs him.
She grabs his knife when he got like in an arm lock, and
flips
then stabs
him.
backwards. Like, wherever that went, that hurt.
Absolutely.
Was that in his ass? It might have been.
Wherever it was बाद this is the thing.
She throws a knife and goes through the guy's arm, and he's like, oh.
Also, I love that she goes round the corner and the guy's like goes round and she's waiting for him and just blows his brains out. Madness. It was great. Bearing in mind we had a Winter Soldier fight in this, which is great, and I love Bucky, but I think her fight takes it.
It was really good.
It was very good. Just to sum up, I liked this episode because we got a lot of character development, and that's also one of the highlights of the second episode. Was we had a lot of development between Sam and Bucky. We had a lot of Sam's development. Meeting Isaiah was awesome. It was a lot of character stuff. It wasn't so much action stuff, and that is what this episode brought us. The episode 1 was a setup episode. Episode 1 is like, Falcon's awesome. Bucky has these issues. Oh, they have to work together. It's like the intro to the buddy cop, and now we have the buddy cop. So, that's my take on it. And just to quickly summarize, Ben, you're wrong.
That's all we can take from that. That's all we can take
That's
from
right.
that. Thank you guys for joining us for another episode
Yes.
of the Streamcast episode. We was supposed to actually have Tyler on this one.
Again.
He's
missed 2.
And he's missed 2. You can write in the comments how
Mr. I love Captain America.
I'm gonna be tweeting out when this goes live on the premiere. It's gonna be like hashtag Tyler sucks. Hashtag Tyler isn't a real Captain America fan.
Yeah. Nice and punchy.
Something that people could catchy. People get it. They're like, I know what this is.
Right.
I don't have to read it slowly.
Right.
That stuff. So you guys can go
Maybe you should
retweet that and also
abbreviate
put that as well.
A couple of little abbreves. You know, I know how you love them.
Fuck that. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. I'm gonna go shout into a pillow. And bro, thank you for joining me for another episode, man. Stream off. Out. Now we're